This is a September full moon reading for Aries. So first of all, a good shuffle. If you leave a comment, then I reply with a free full moon oracle card reading. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you press the bell icon, then you get instant notification. Don't forget to like, to share. There's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. So let's just lay down your cards and just focus around your energies. Okay, the first thing I get here is there's been a lot of giving. Okay, giving of yourself. In fact, the more you give, the more that someone seems to take. Okay, I mean, you would think that if you gave, then you would get it back in equal measure. So there's a strong sense that someone has been taking advantage of your good nature. Someone has been taking you for granted here. Okay. Because you are a very given person, you know, this is what I feel here, but it does get to a point where it gets beyond ridiculous. Okay, I do sense there's a need to step back from this situation, you know, and then put yourself into this receiving mode. A bit like in the old days, we used to like have a CB radio like with a microphone. So when you talk, you press a button on the microphone. So you give, give, give. But to receive, you've got to let go of that button on the microphone. And that's how I feel it is with you. It's like you're starting to let go of something, and then in letting go, you start to receive. Because when you're in that receiving mode, everything you've stored up is going to come back to you. You know, it's waiting for you. You know, you've stored up so much with all this giving, not just this time, but also in the past as well. It's all there waiting for you. There's been a lot of overthinking, I feel here. You know, your mind has been racing, and then it sets off your emotions, and then you feel it within yourself. Okay, it causes you to be tired. You know, it zaps up your energy. And I also sense there's some energy vampires around you as well, who are very kind of sort of negative. Okay, there's all these dramas kind of sort of going in. They're trying to suck you in, but the more they suck you in, the more they're sucking your energy. Okay, and there's a strong sense this really does hit home, this situation. You know, it's like you wake up, you smell the coffee here. You know, you have this wake up call. This is what I'm getting. You shine your light on a situation here. You know, you're left in no doubt that it's time to just walk away from something here. And then in walking away, you put yourself into that receiving mode, and you get, from one source or another, everything comes back in equal measure. I mean, there was a good time, you know, as I look back here, but it's a long time ago. You know, things were very good for you emotionally. You know, there was this emotional happiness. Okay, but something happened here. You know, a spanner was thrown in the works. Something was said or something was done. Happiness turned to sadness and laughter turned to tears. But there's a lot of thinking back to that, but also the hurt and the pain. But it can never be like that again. You know, it's gone. But things can be much better than before once you decide to walk away from this situation. Very positive going forward. I mean, the Magician is all about manifestation. So again, it's this confirmation of you getting back what you put out there, you're going to get back in equal measure. Okay. It's also about a nice surprise that's going to be coming up for you within the next week. This is what I'm being given here. Okay. There's also something about you're going to take some action here around a situation, and then with this action, there's going to be these positive developments for you as well. There's also something here about better communication here with somebody as well. There might have been this falling out or this disagreement. It's like you walk away from something, and then someone kind of come towards you, okay? And there's kind of like this begging going on, or them apologizing. It kind of sort of changes things. It's like you take back your power. So rather than giving so much of yourself, you take back your power, and then things start to fill in around you. Everything changes. Things start to revolve around you, rather than you revolving around other people and situations. It's this complete turnaround. It's like you can click your fingers and just manifest things at will. Very positive. Yeah, things are shown to become more structured for you. It's interesting, you've got a triangle here of major cards, okay, which is interesting. So it can talk about some kind of triangle situation. It could be a third party, or it could be someone who's been doing a lot of interfering around your business, okay. But it's like you walk away from all that nonsense. This is what I get here, all that drama, because things have been quite unstructured for you. Things have been quite, there's been some unhealthy habits, okay. I mean, it could be looking too much at social media, or some other kind of sort of indulgence. It's like you walk away from all that, you start to build up some good habits, and then you get good things back. Yeah, I mean, there's a strong sense you're going to draw a line in the sand here. It's also this feeling of you being very much in touch with your inner child, okay? And you haven't been for quite a while. You know, there's been a lot going on here. You know, there's been a lot of worries, fears, doubts, you know, and it stops you going so deep within yourself. But I just see these fears, these doubts just kind of sort of lifting. You know, you take back your power. You become more in touch with your inner child here, and then you're able to make some decisions, okay? You gain more insight within yourself. You see exactly what you need to do, and then you start to manifest more of what you want. Again, there's some good news on the way here within the next 7 days, some news you've been waiting on. So the advice here is not to focus on the lack of something, because the more you focus on the lack of something, or the more you focus on what you don't want, or the more you focus on your worries and your fears, it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But it's quite logical as well, because if you focus on your worries, fears, doubts, it zaps up your energy. You know, it takes away your confidence, it takes away your motivation. But whereas when you start focusing on the abundance, on what you want, it lifts your energies, and you start to manifest more of what you want. It's on the way. You know, this is the direction of travel for you. I mean, I do see a vision of you like a dog with a bone, okay? You've been holding on to something here. But what I get is that it's past its sell-by date, and there may well be something in the fridge which needs to be thrown away, because everything's connected. You know, I pick things up on different levels, but I do feel this around a major situation. You've been holding on to it, and you see it as a form of strength. But there's nothing on that bone. You know, there's no meat on that bone. You know, if you drop that bone, then you would get a bone with loads of meat on it. You get something much better here, and it kind of sort of shows that it's like you're losing the world to gain it here. This is the energy which I get. Yeah, absolute confirmation. I mean, you fear this change. You know, you fear letting go of that bone, because you fear there's going to be nothing else there, but there is. Once you let go, you create space for something much better to come in. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this card here, you've got the sticks in the ground, which appear like the bars to a prison, okay? But since it's reversed, those bars, those sticks can just drop out, okay? And then in another way, you're actually holding a stick here, and it actually forms this gap here. And it kind of shows you are going to take some kind of action, yeah, which then creates this breakthrough for you. It's like you walk away from something, and then in walking away from something, you allow what's yours to come in. So it's a win-win situation. So, if you leave a comment, then I reply with a free full moon oracle card reading. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share. There's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. Thank you.